the next thing we want to do is start looking at groups. But the first thing I want to show you how to download an agent and start logging data. So I'm going to share my screen here. Now, again, you don't have to use ThreatLocker for this. I've got a test account set up here. First thing you should do if you are using ThreatLocker, you can go into your organizations and you can create a new organization. This means a completely isolated test group. Guinea pigs may be an appropriate name, but if you've got something else, you can use that as well. You can go in, create an organization, give it a name, hit save, and then you can actually switch into that organization. So I'm going to go with boring my child org. Okay, once you're in the child org, we want to choose a number of users and devices to deploy an agent to so we can start logging that data. So we can go into our devices page here. We can actually do it from the top right corner as well. We can click install computer and we can download an installer. So we could, for example, say, I want to download, I'm going to have different groups. You can have different departments if you're going to have different departments. And I'll show you that quickly as well. Because your test group should really mimic your organization group as you intend it to be. So we can go into groups here and we can set up some different departments. So I've just got workstations, but I'm going to, so we've got sales workstations. And I'll say Windows. I'll create a group called support workstations. And hit save on there. Now you'll notice by default these groups are going to learn for 21 days. So what that means is we're going to not block anything in ThreatLocker for 21 days. If you want a longer period of time, you can do that, or you can just set it to indefinite. I do caution against setting this to indefinite. You can always extend it at any point in time, but if you set it to indefinite, I've seen too many ransomware attacks where people leave groups unsecured and they forget. They forget. So 21 days, 45 days, or if you want to give yourself plenty of time, if you do set them to indefinite, make sure you don't forget to secure the machines later on. Okay, so we've created some groups. From the groups, we can do one or two things. We can click Install Computer on the Computers page here, or any top right corner, and this will give us all of the scripts. And we have various deployment methods here. We have scripts for different RMMs. We have Active Directory scripts. We have Intune scripts. We can also just pick a group here, and we can download an MSI for that group. If you install a computer in the wrong group, not the end of the world, you can move it afterwards. So now I've done that, I can also download this here. So if your users are local admins or you're just doing a handful, you could also click on the download installer here. And you can actually send this link to somebody, so they don't need to be an admin to log in and download that installer. So if you want to send it to some of your co-workers in the IT department and they've got admin rights, you can just send them that link and they can click download directly. Once you deploy, it's really very simple. I'm going to jump back to my parent. It's going to start logging data within about 15 minutes. So with about 15 minutes of deploying, it's going to start logging all of that data we said we wanted logged, because it's important we have this, because we're going to show you why later on, because we're going to make decisions based on this data. So first goal is pick a test group, get an agent. If you don't want to use ThreatLocker, as long as it meets those 4 things and you've got a log like this, that's the most important thing. Get a log and see what's happening.